If they do that, they're going to be, the Cougars will be very, 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 very tough to beat.
That's why Hunter's in right there. Oh, got to shoot a three.
Wilson. Oh, and we are tied.
What a game.
Let's go! Call them five slammer jammer.
And I don't ever let them forget where we come from.
Getting those phones out. Record me acting ignorant, man.
Baylor empties it out. Quick toss. It's going the other way. Second pick of the night. Jeremiah Wilson finishes this one.
Seventh heaven for Houston. The Cougars advance to their seventh Final Four.
Go Coogs! Let's go!
I have to get that resynced. Oops, looks like the intro video is celebrating the Final Four a little extra as well. That's why it's out of sync. But if you're listening to our audio-only platforms, you got to hear, and of course, the new addition to that clip. Once again, the Houston Cougars are Final Four bound after beating the Tennessee Volunteers 69-50 on Sunday afternoon from Indianapolis. At Lucas Oil Stadium, the Houston Cougars are Midwest Region champions, and they are once again Final Four bound for the first time since 2021. Seventh all-time appearance for the Houston Cougars in the Final Four. And Kris, down, I put this on the group chat the moment the game ended, but 4 down, 2 more to go. Kris, down, how y'all doing on this Sunday evening? Y'all got to be good.
I want to have my brother Dayon just repeat what was said in the intro. Say it like you mean it, brother. Say it.
Hey, man, let's go.
That's it, man. That's it.
Man. That's the feeling, right?
That's it. Feeling, that is the feeling. That's the vibe.
No question.
It feels great. 4 down, 2 to go. Hell of a win. It wasn't climactic at all. You know, we thought it was going to be a rock fight and tough and, you know, down to the last minute. Nope. The tougher team set the tone early, and the Vols missed a lot of shots, missed the first 14 threes, and the Cougs crashed the boards and dominated on second chance points and cruised to the victory. Final Four bound, man. It's great.
Yeah, man. Like really jumped on from start to finish. I mean, got up by 20 within 5 or 6 minutes within the game, and really never looked back. I mean, it was a sight to see. I can't say I expected a hard-fought game, but offensively, they were very limited. And I think with the 2 point guards who played prior, Smith and Nimhard, I think that prepared us really well for the way we guarded Siegler. And I think those other 2 are way better passers and playmakers than where he were. And so it was a little bit easier to defend their offense, and primarily him with being so ball dominant.
That's a great point, brother. And during the Cougs post-game presser, Coach Sampson said point blank that he saw Tennessee a lot, and he felt they were a good matchup for Houston. So I mean, that says a lot in itself, right there. And the Cougs, this game wasn't in doubt, man. But first, let me be first. Kudos to Terrence Arsenault.
Oh yeah, he showed up.
He showed up in that first half. Juwan got in foul trouble. TA came in and hit 2 threes, scored 8 points.
It's a big time that first half.
So kudos to him. That kind of performance is what we expect him to do, game in, game out. Be consistent like that. So he's setting that, he's raising that bar himself. Let's see him do it again and then again. But kudos to him. He got it done.
On
Malik
a big
Wilson.
stage.
Yep, everybody stepped up.
That means a lot. I mean, from him to not playing as well as he would like to be ready on a big stage like it was in a big game, to come in and not miss a step. So, I mean, I'm just doubling down on what Kris said. Kudos to TA, Terrence Arsenault, for stepping up and doing what we expect for him to do. We only, I would say, we critique him and heavily so because we have a higher level of expectation. Right. We know what he can do.
And the shots he made, real quick, and the 2 shots he made, 2 threes he made, he didn't hesitate. The ones he missed, he hesitated. So go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say we're getting a lot of comments courtesy of the Pinto Leon Law Firm. Comment section, the Pinto Leon Law Firm, the immigration law experts. You can contact them at thepintoleon.com or call them at 713-338-2879. But NRG Texan, we lit GB Coug, way to dominate, go Cougs. Wanda Polk, Coogs got the job done. Mr. Big Texco already looking ahead at the Final Four matchup. Duke will be the toughest test of the season. He had Crabtree, 7 Final Fours, hell of a win, epic, go Cougs. They popped that tail, Brandon F. comments.
Big BTA, right?
Beat that.
That's belt to ass, right?
Belt to ass, yeah.
Belt to ass,
yeah.
Belt to ass.
Final Four bound. Go Cougs, Hunter. One step closer to Chris acting ignorant in San Antonio. So they're waiting to see you ignorant, Chris. The Tennessee fans were shocked. One fan near us kept shouting, "We pay you $1.5 million to just shoot baskets." Jeez.
Stop right there. Shouldn't it be we paid $1.5 million to make baskets? Yeah, we all shoot baskets. You got to make them, So that's one thing they didn't do in that first half, especially. But I mean, it's a great win. And it was after the last 2 games, less on my heart. So, I wasn't stressing out, wasn't freaked out, or no heart palpitation, anything like that. This game was over. Tennessee made a run. Then he hit those 2 big threes. Malik hit another 3, and that was it. So salute. Seventh Final Four. Let's hope this one is the one and will result in me becoming a meme all over the world. So, well, Andy, what you got, man? Go ahead.
No, but I was going to say, it looked like Fluff was going to join us, and then he hopped back out. So hopefully he's just a minute or a few seconds away from joining us. What I was going to say, reiterating to both of y'all's points about the stellar, phenomenal defensive effort that Houston had in the first half. 6 for 28, 21% from the field is what Tennessee shot in that first half. Only one player made more than one field goal that entire first 20-minute period. And then the 3-pointers, like you said, Chris, Tennessee started 0 for 14, just 1 of 15 from the 3-point line. This was a top 20 offense in the country heading into this game. Houston held them to 15 points the entire first half. From the get-go, the way that Houston was swarming, you could tell they were locked in. They were ready to go to the Final Four. And on that note, let's bring in Fluff McKiver, who welcome in, Fluff. How you doing, sir?
What's up? How you guys doing? How y'all feeling?
I like your fit there, Fluff. I like what you got on there, brother. I like that.
Yeah,
I
put mine on too, man.
You know what I'm saying? We won the championship today. When we won the championship today in our AAU game, they gave us red hoodies. I said, you guys are in the Houston Cougars spirit, man.
That's it.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it. Yes, sir.
Shouts to alumni. Shouts to all the former players. Shouts to all the former students, former coaches, former chancellors, athletic directors, whatever. Anything that if you're involved with the University of Houston, this is our celebration that we're going to this Final Four, and it's big time, and it's such a blessing. I'm so happy to be a Cougar alumni, man.
On that note, let's check out what head coach Kelvin Sampson. I have a clip. Oh, Chris, unless if you're going to say something, I was going to put first the emotions that Kelvin had when the time was ticking, the buzzer sounded, and it was official that Houston had defeated Tennessee in the Elite Eight matchup. Here's what Kelvin Sampson had to say. What was the first thing that went through his mind?
When the horn blew, my first thought was to Rick, because getting to the Elite Eight is such an amazing accomplishment, and I knew that he would be a little bit down, so I thought about him. I was really happy for my kids, and then when I turned around and saw my son and my daughter, my 2 grandkids, and my wife, I felt good for them too, because they have to put up with a cranky old coach sometime. It's good to be able to share this with your family. And that's what's most important to me. And they're the Gainey kid. We'd seen them a lot, but we just felt like it was a good matchup for us. Our defense and our rebounding. I thought Terrence Arsenault coming off the bench early when J1 got his second foul, allowed me to leave J1 over there so he could be ready the second half. But the strength of our team has always been our team. Emmanuel and Milos and L, J1, JoJo, they've all taken turns being the best player for that week or the next 2 weeks. But, we have a good team. And whoever we play, is our next game, and we get prepared for it. And that's been our secret sauce.
That's what we do. We're a great defensive team, and that's how we like to set the tone of the game, is on the defensive end. And I think when we come out with the right intensity, we're a hard team to beat, and we did a great job of that today, and it helped us as we carried it on for the rest of the game.
Fluff, Torrance Arsenal stepped up big that first half. I'm curious to get your thoughts of the game overall for Houston from the get-go. Defense locked in. They had Tennessee in true. They had them under lock and key. The Volunteers couldn't do anything that first half.
Well, like we talked about on the podcast the other night, is that we always talking about it, is that Ziegler, number 5, the point guard from Tennessee, he would have a hard time with really trying to orchestrate and dribble through our help coverages and our traps, strategically. A lot of times we double or we pick up the ball. It's, I don't know what the cause is on the sideline, but you can tell that it's not all the time. So he never really knows when the trap is coming or when the help is coming from what angle. I knew that would bother him with him being, with him lacking the size to really get, past our length of our guards. Our guards won't say the biggest, but they have long arms and have the attributes of great defenders. So I knew that would be a problem for them to hold them to 15 points at the half was monumental, because, it gave us, they made a little run, but it gave us the confidence to know that, we were the better team going into the second half, and we capitalized on that. I think, it's so funny. We talked about it. Jawan got going. You know what I mean? Jawan got going in the second half. And, like the biggest thing Coach said that was big time was, the biggest strength of our team is our team. I think that's an amazing comment. I think a lot of, universities, it's hard for them to say something like that. We really need all of our guys who are integral parts to us winning. So that was a great comment by Coach, that our strength is our team. And we're going to play. I already got about 30, 40 texts, calls all together. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. We ain't ducking no smoke, okay? Listen,
Yes,
like D say, you gotta worry about us. And listen, whatever y'all want to do, but listen, we ain't ducking no smoke. We've been whooping tail all year, you know what I'm saying? And the Big 12 a little better than the ACC, so we're gonna see
a little.
a
little.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. But like I said, guys, the Big 12 is kind of better than the ACC, so we've been battle tested all year long, and we're the best, hands down, all day in our conference. We'll see you on Saturday, and we're going to see what's going on. You know what I mean? But we ain't duck. I just want to put that out there. It's kind of off the ringer. But we're not ducking no smoke, and we ready. And we experienced. And we battle tested. And we got the better coach. So we'll see how it's going to go.
Well put, brother. I'm looking forward to the matchup. Duke is playing well. Offense, defense, all those great things, but they haven't faced a team like Houston. Going to touch on what Deion said. They got to worry about us. And us is the Houston Cougars. I'm looking forward to the matchup. Top number 1 offense, number 1 defense. May the better team win. And we think it's going to be Houston. We don't care about what the national media is saying. Most of them going to pick Duke. That's fine. That's fine right there. Just another thing to put on the, chip on our shoulder. Cougs will find a way to beat Duke Saturday.
I say this too, Chris. You ain't gonna be doing a lot of jabbing on us.
Yeah.
So what I mean is when you catch the ball, you better be figuring out some things that you got in your package. You know, Duke like to get it, step this way, step that way, shot fake, jab. We you ain't finna do all that. So if Kyrie Irving pulled up this week and helped them with the ball handling, be my guest, man. But long as you're ready to kill us individually for plays and plays at a time, then you know. But I'm going with the Cougars. I'm not saying the better team win. No disrespect, Chris. I'm going with the Cougars on Saturday night. Okay? So sit.
Dayon?
That's a great point because watching Duke, I watched them all year. They don't have no guards that scare me. Watching them, I think it's a great matchup. Like Coach saying, Tennessee is a great matchup for us. I feel like Duke is a good matchup for us. I feel like they do. Like
for us, you say like for us, meaning like
yes,
for us.
Yeah,
for us. like yeah. I'm ready for it. Yes. Like you're not about to catch him and think you finna just let's line it up. I'm ready. Line it up. Then we got the better coach. More like I line it up. I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
Sampson got something for their tails.
He got something.
Oh,
he got something.
Man, he got something.
You know, this is one of the things is how the game's going to be called Saturday.
Oh man, that's
yeah.
You know that
if they call it tight, Duke definitely is going to have the advantage.
Yeah,
is the officiating. Yeah. Well, guess what, guys?
You gotta adjust.
If we get up 20 points in the first half, well, let me ask America something. Listen, so let me tell you guys what happened. How I, I'm watching the game the whole time. Is that what team did you see this year in college basketball have 15 points at half? Whenever we get it, whenever we get a chance, whatever, anybody get some time, look it up and tell me what we do it like this. What SEC team have 15 points in a game against any one of each other, have 15 points at halftime in any game that they played against each other? 15 points. Just tell me. In
15.
SEC, and they say and the SEC got 13 teams in the tournament. I'm just a little frustrated that y'all trying to make it seem like we are underdog. We ain't no underdog. We'll take, if that's what y'all want us to be for the night, cool. But we ain't no freaking underdog, bro. You know what I'm saying? They have 15 points at the half. That's an SEC top. What are they? 2 seed? What was they? 2 seed?
They were 2 seed.
2 seed that had beaten the top teams in the SEC this year.
They beat Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll see y'all in a minute. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. They did beat Florida.
I know they beaten Auburn. They beat Auburn earlier in the season.
Well, they beat Tennessee. Florida beat Tennessee by 9. So yeah.
I think we did really well when they tried to like token press us a little bit towards the end of the game.
Tennessee beat Florida by 20 in February.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Okay. And they have 15 points at the half against the mighty Coogs. How much defense you think we gonna bring in the 4? Once we get to the 4, we like, yo, one more game, we in the natty. How much defense you think we gonna bring on Saturday, bro?
It's a great matchup. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
You know, all the hype going to be on Cooper Flag and Duke. That's fine. And he's a talented player. Tyrese Proctor's on a heater right now. That's good too. Knipple, he's a good player too. Hey, y'all can say all you want to, but they haven't faced defense, the Houston Cougars defense. It's not like anything in college basketball.
It's stifling.
And one thing that we've said and we've heard other coaches say, players on other teams say, we can't prepare for that, man. You know, it's hard to face. You can't replicate what they do in practice. And this Duke team isn't last year's Duke team. So it's not like you can say, well, they played Houston last year. These players didn't. So it's a younger team. So I'm looking forward to the matchup. I'm not getting arrogant. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a hell of a game. Just looking forward to the matchup. I'm picking the Cougs to win. I want to act ignorant. I want to act ignorant.
We'll get to some of the comments that people are saying in a second, but just to put a bow on this point, this was the Tennessee team that beat Auburn. They beat Alabama, and like Kris said, they also beat Florida. So this was a Tennessee team that had some big signature wins.
Held Florida to 44 points in that win.
Houston made them. They dominated them, and they made a somewhat rally. They never got it under 10. So Houston controlled this. This wasn't just any ordinary. It's an Elite Eight matchup. Tennessee and Houston controlled it from the opening tip.
And I'll give Duke credit. I mean, Duke beat their 2 seed by 20 yesterday. So one seed yesterday won by 20. The 1 seed today won by 19. I think those two teams are playing the best of the Final Four teams.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. Easily the 2 hottest teams in college.
And then Florida.
No. I mean, I'm going to give Florida credit for taking advantage of Texas Tech's cratering. But Tech makes some free throws. Florida doesn't win.
It's Michigan State and Auburn.
It's not Florida's fault.
But Florida's still hot though. They still hot in the sense they rolled the SEC tournament. They still winning, so they still hot. I got what you're saying, Kris, but they still hot.
And Walter Clayton, jeez.
Oh, he's a great player. But Tech should have won that game.
Oh, absolutely.
But sometimes, let me say this though, guys. Sometimes when a meltdown like that happens, sometimes the better team shows their strength by taking advantage.
Oh, that's what they did. That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is so that's not saying nobody said it, but it's not really a knock that they were down 10 or 3 and some change left. For them to find a way to come back and get it shows that they're one of those ones. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Literally.
And Florida, Auburn in the other semifinal. Janai Broome, his right arm is an issue. He got injured. He hyperextended his left leg, and on the same play, he fell on his right arm as well. He's kind of holding the right arm after the game. So we'll see how healthy he is Saturday in semifinal number 1 against Florida. But we all know it's going to be one team from the SEC in the title game. That one team is going to be playing Houston Monday night.
Let's put a pause there for a second.
Otis Bird song. Everybody gonna be at the game, I think.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. Real quickly, let's take the time to thank each and every single person that is tuning in to this edition of Let's Rage Coogs. This is LRC presented by the Saxenian family. Big thank you to Steve Saxenian for being a primary sponsor of this edition of Let's Rage Coogs. Of course, we also like to say thank you to our other sponsors for this episode, beginning with Star Pizza with 3 locations throughout the Houston area. Star Pizza is your go-to stop before or after the game. Check them out online at starpizza.net or on social media at Star Pizza HOU on X and Star Pizza Houston, Texas on Instagram. And also a big thank you to BB's, the home of Tex Orleans Cooking, who remind you that it's crawfish season and for you to stop by any one of their Houston area locations for their 5-pound mound. Visit them online at bbstexorleans.com. And last but not least, a big thank you to the Pinto Leon Law Firm for being the sponsor of today's comment section. The Pinto Leon Law Firm are the immigration law experts. Contact them at pintoleon.com or call them at 713-338-2879. And speaking about the Pinto Leon Law Firm, we're going to go to that comment section right now, actually, because Kris, Dayon, Fluff, I want to highlight this first and foremost, and we'll get to a lot of the other comments as well. But thinking back to that 2021 team, and let me see if I can find the comment. The biggest thing that was said about the Houston Cougars run in the Final Four in 2021, and Kris, you'll remember, I can't find that comment right now, but there was a lot of talk like, oh, Houston didn't beat a single I believe that whole run, they only ran into double-digit seeds. Obviously, they beat Cleveland State in the first round. They beat Rutgers in the second round. They beat Syracuse in the Sweet 16, and then they beat Oregon State in the Elite Eight. Complete opposite this time around. They went through the hardest stretch that they could have to get into the Final Four this go around. Obviously, they played 16 seed at SIU Edwardsville in the first round. Then they played Gonzaga.
There it is.
18.
There it is.
There it is. In 21, they said that Houston had a Mickey Mouse pass to the Final Four. This year, we had the toughest road. And there was a comment that I saw on social media that this was the Houston went through the hardest path to the Final Four, at least for the first seed. Or let me read it. This was actually David Wardlock on Twitter or on X. He said that Houston is the first 1 seed since North Carolina in 2017 to take the hardest possible seed path to the Final Four, beating the 16, 8, 4, and 2 seeds to win its regional. So complete change in the script. And Fluff, to your point that you said earlier, like Houston's not ducking no smoke. They went through the top of the top to get here to earn that seat at the Final Four. We're ready for Duke Saturday night, the late game, approximately 7:49 tip, and after Florida and Auburn, and we're ready to go. San Antonio, there's going to need to be a lot of fans there. They were able, on top of that, Indiana, Midwest region, they played 2 road games. Kelvin Sampson talked about it. Chris, I don't know if you have the clip.
It's up there. It's up. Go ahead. You can play it. Yeah, it's there.
But essentially, and he phrased it the way they were telling their players, they had to go through 2 road games to get to the Final Four. Here's what Kelvin Sampson had to say about playing in Indiana.
Excited about it. You know, we 2 years ago, we beat Auburn in Birmingham, and we were the higher seed. You know, we were the 1 seed coming here, and Purdue and Tennessee, that's great for them. I mean, they didn't ask to be here. They were chosen to be here, just like we chose to be here. But we didn't really talk about that with our team. We just says 2 more road games. That if Kentucky had won today, that would be a road game because their fans are going to quadruple our fans. Tennessee's fans were awesome today. What's the attendance at this place? Does anybody know? What's the seat?
Total? 18,000.
Well, we had 18 today, Coach.
18,000, so that's probably, 16,000 Tennessee fans. That's awesome for Tennessee. It's a jump on the interstate and get here. But that's what we'll do next week. We'll jump on the interstate and we'll head down to San Antonio. So that's why you don't complain, because it can flip the other way. Proud of our guys for finding a way to win. We beat 2 outstanding programs, not just teams, great programs here this week in Purdue and Tennessee.
Hey, I like that, Sampson. I like you popping off like that. That's how you pop off. Y'all roll down the street, we rolling down the street too. Huh? Yeah.
Yep. I put it on Instagram. I mean, it's part of the post-game comments from today. So I'm gonna share it on all the platforms. Coach is challenging, as Crabtree's, he's challenging Coug Nation. If you got the funds, the time, get your ass to San Antonio.
Real tough.
They got the late game window too, so you have a whole day to drive up to San Antonio.
Yep. So it's great, and the road edge. This team is road warriors, man. They love silencing crowds and win on the road, but now they got a chance to play in front of, hopefully, a lot of Cougar Red this Saturday in San Antonio.
And we get to get our get back, though.
Yeah.
Like, this is a rematch from last year, so it's vengeance there. We got to get our get back.
It's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. Yeah.
So that motivation is there. Coach Sampson going to use, GOAT Sampson is going to use the motivation. Nobody outside this locker room is picking us to win. They're all picking Duke. They send Cooper Flag as this and Conk Nipple as that, and they got all number 1 NBA draft picks. Nobody. It's Houston versus everybody. Let's get it. That's going to be part of it too.
Man, listen, man. Riverwalk, meet me there. All right,
Bryce Bell. Bryce Bell says he's meet him at the Riverwalk.
Cougar alum, football, running back.
Legend.
We'll see you there, Noop.
Riverwalk, meet me there. Okay, Bryce.
Oh, there's Birdsong after the game today, sitting next to Jim Nance.
Mm-hmm.
And President
If people don't know, your favorite commentator of the Final Four, that's going to be invigorating, is that Jim Nance is a University of Houston alumni. Let's put that out there, Chris. A lot of people don't know that.
Proud, very proud alum.
Very proud alumni. So, you know, this is big time, man. This is big time. Dude, we was rolling before you was rolling, dude. You know what I'm saying? We was them ones before Mike K came in there and got y'all rolling. You know what I'm saying? We want y'all to respect us after Saturday night. We need some respect on it. You know what I mean? Last year, Chad get hurt. We still almost pull it off.
Yeah.
You know, so we're back.
What can Houston exploit Duke at? Physicality.
Hey, Chris, I hate to be loud and like this, but we not giving no jewels. Listen, we ain't giving no jewels tonight. Not tonight. Well, we exploiting them. Okay. If you want to know what with the exploitation, ask us how we gonna exploit them. Shouts to my guy Dayon. Okay, that's what we want to talk about. How we gonna exploit them? Because we don't want to give no. This is war now, guys. Houston fans, Cougar alumni. This is war now. We can't be on. Before it was regular season. You never know who's watching what. You never know. Listen, listen.
Saturday, I wish the board man could join us tonight, but it's blue blood versus blue collar. That's what we're going to exploit. Point blank, period. Let's get it.
I'm ready for the matchup.
I'll tell you what. Coach Kelvin, I keep getting it messed up. People been getting on me, going crazy on this. Man, stop saying Calvin. I know it's Kelvin, but I might say Calvin sometimes. Coach, I'm sorry. I apologize. It won't never happen again. But Coach Kelvin Sampson, y'all got to watch. Did y'all see the play? We talked about it already, but this is where it gets deeper. Did you see the play that he ran down, tied up 60-60, and he ran a play like that? Do y'all know how much of it in his bag he gonna be when we in the Final Four for the whole game? Y'all be careful, man, how y'all start popping off, man. You heard what he said on the podium. Everybody was rolling down the street to these Sweet 16 and these Big 8 games. Now we rolling. Now we driving down the street. You know what I mean? I love that. So if you thought he was in his bag for that one play, think about how much he's going in the two bag for the whole game and the matchups that he's gonna exploit for the whole game.
Hey, and shout out to Malik
again. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, shout out to Malik. I knew Warzone. He front line, and I knew it.
I love him, bro.
Malik.
He's turned into one of my, including the teams I played on and other teams I've seen play that I didn't play on, of course, and just our history from, our recent history of the success train that we've been on. He might be my favorite guy, man. He might be my favorite. Like, not saying he's the best player, but he's my favorite. Like, he's really a team guy, really, you know what I'm saying?
You got to hear what they say about Malik. You got to hear.
It's a perfect segue. Let's hear what LJ Carr had to say about Malik Wilson.
Oh yeah, folks. You can ask it again.
How satisfying given what Malik went through the last 24 hours to see.
Talk about that dog.
Malik is one of the most underappreciated players on the team, most underrated players in the country. So we definitely appreciate all the little things he did, and I'm glad he had a moment like that to hit a big shot for us, because he does all the small things that people don't really talk about, like getting rebounds, loose balls, block shots. So
he's a big piece of our team, and he stepped up big for us today.
That's big time, LJ, man. Way to be a leader, man. Way to give it up to somebody else. That's big time, LJ. The guy who I said was the guy early on in the year, was a little while ago, but
Yeah, brother. It's almost like Fluff. You know this basketball thing a lot, man. You know your ish. You know your ish, man.
Yeah.
Flex on him, Fluff. Go ahead, man. Flex on him, baby. Go ahead, man.
Hey, I it's a lot of things that's going on and happening that, I just suggested. Because I'm a team player. We a team of 4. But I see it. I know my team. I know our team. You know what I'm saying? That kid is amazing, man. And that kid, I want to, not to go too much in it, but that kid is going to be successful in life, period, of how selfless he is. He's a service. He's into service and people for the good, man. You know what I'm saying? If you really watch that kid, he never gets mad. It's never like about him, but the benefits that he will get in life, period, will be about him from the seeds that he put in the ground for what he's doing for this team and how, it's not fake. It's not, we have the ones who sometimes like, yo, I'm for the team, but like only me. It's, you know what I mean? He's one of my favorite Coogs ever.
He epitomizes altruism, giving up oneself for the good of the group. He epitomizes that 1,000%.
And he made the tough decision too, because he talked about it earlier in the week, like leading up to the Purdue Sweet 16 game. Like there was a moment there where he had to make a decision about whether he was going to come back to Houston or if he was going to transfer out, go to a different program where maybe he would have a bigger role just in terms of potentially being a starter and have a much more opportunity to score. And he chose to stay in Houston, trust in the coaching staff that they were going to help him, push him to be the best version of himself. And this entire season and stretches, he has really, it's been time for his flowers, because he has been a very key, important player to this Houston Cougars team throughout the entire season. And it's really, really cool to see on a stage like that his fellow teammate LJ Cryer, one of the faces of this team, give him his flowers on the biggest stage of them all, right when they clinched the Final Four berth.
And let me shift gears a little bit. The Cougs won today by 19 points, and Milos Uzan scored 6 and went 3 for 9. They beat the 2 seed in this region by 19 points, and their starting point guard, who had been playing great basketball, did not shoot well. So, folks, I'm going on. Dan, you should have copyrighted it about folks got to worry about us. I'm going with all that stuff now. I seen the comments about it. Cooper flag goes off. What if LJ Cryer goes off? What if Manuel Sharp goes off? What is Duke going to do if all 3 of them, E-Man, LJ, and Los go off? What are they going to do then?
They'll be playing better defense than on the other hand.
Okay. And Coach Sampson has all this many days to get ready for Duke. I'm like Fluff. He gonna come up with stuff that Duke ain't seen before.
They swear they game planning for the game, but he got like 7 more tricks for them on Saturday.
It's good. Duke has 3 lottery picks. That's nice. This ain't the NBA. So I don't care about all that. So good.
Scotty Thurman was talking about that, about Scotty Thurman from 60 Minutes of Hell from Arkansas, was talking about how when they played Damon Stoudemire and them, and they beat them, I think, in the Final Four, I want to say. And he was like, they had like 1 draft pick, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or 1 guy go to the league. Maybe was it Corliss? Maybe it was Corliss Williamson. Nobody else really.
In Arkansas.
You know what I mean? So like college, that's the beauty of college basketball. I mean,
experience matters at this time.
Yeah, you could be you could be getting ready to be a Hall of Famer and lose.
Yeah, this is not a series, people. This is one game tournament.
Allen Iverson lost in the Sweet 16. He still was the number. He was the number 1 pick, but he couldn't win the Sweet 16 game.
Cooper Flag may have his worst game Saturday. He'll still be the first pick in the draft.
Right.
Okay, he's playing against a defense he ain't played before.
Listen, I'm telling you, I was talking to someone today, and I said, and what I mean by, I always like to try to break things down so we can understand it is, what I mean by it's not going to be a lot of jabbing for Cooper Flag is that when he catch the ball, he's going to have, for how much we're in help defense and how stifling we are on the ball, he's only going to have 2 to 3 seconds to make a decision of what he's going to do, pass, shoot, or drive. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to have time to massage it as far as how if you watch him play, he massages the ball in a good way, not in a bad way.
He get a 2 or 3 move counters. Like he
You
gonna
know
have
what I'm saying?
time
He
to do
catches
that.
it, you know what I'm saying, and makes a little jab or whatever, and then he opens things up, and he's a great passer. We shutting that off. You know what I mean? When he catches it, we're in a jam motion as soon as he catches the ball. So that's gonna be a big adjustment for him. You know what I mean? And we'll see.
And this is a comment from a coach. Matt Painter talked about Houston's defense. If you pass up that first good shot, chances are you're not getting another one. So you better take that first good shot. Mm-hmm. So to add to what Fluff and Dan just said, if Duke gonna just sit there and massage the ball and stuff and think like they're gonna get another good shot after they pass the first one, not gonna happen. And let me be clear, Duke is a very talented team. They're good on offense and they're good on defense, but they have not faced a Houston Cougar defense. They have not faced a team who will slow down, control pace, and make them go to their third, fourth option. Not that that's first or second, their third and fourth option, and say, okay, now what you going to do? I'm looking forward to this matchup.
I see Mouse's comment. Who did we play in the secret scrimmage? Did we play Ole Miss this year?
Ole Miss the last couple of years, yeah.
Right.
The Duke scrimmage was 3 years. It's when Jarvis Walker was a freshman.
Yeah. I thought so.
So it's been a minute.
And part of that scrimmage doesn't matter now, obviously, because those guys are playing
way
Saturday.
Different player. It's a completely different roster on both sides.
But Houston got in that ass. I mean, they were physical with them and pushed them around all over the place. I'm just saying.
That was crazy, Chris.
Chris. Listen.
Hey. Chris speaking facts.
I'm speaking facts.
He's speaking facts, but
I
know the way I
Chris.
said it might have bothered some people, but
no, Chris. No, it didn't bother anybody. But you said get in.
I know what I said. Yeah.
So we just want you to put it. We just want you to put it a quick no diddy. It's a quick no diddy.
No diddy.
Yeah, you gotta say pause.
No diddy.
Just a quick one, like you know what I mean. Without to elaborate, go far. Just do it like real fast, like no diddy, and then we start talking about Duke again. You know what I mean? It's all good. Yes, sir.
Well, on that note, let's get to the final clip from tonight. This is what Kelvin Sampson told his team when Tennessee was starting to make their rally. Cut it to about 10. Here's what Kelvin Sampson had to say, and on the back end of the clip, you'll hear Manuel Sharp, Manos Uzan, and LJ Cryer talk about what it means to be part of this team that's heading to the Final Four.
Just kind of stay the course. When they started pressing us. My message in the huddle was be fearless. Don't be afraid to take a big shot. And don't be afraid to miss it either. What's the worst thing can happen? You miss it. Well, we're also a good offensive rebounding team. That's why missed shot is so much better than a turnover. You can't rebound a turnover. So if you get a window, I talked to LJ about this a lot. I don't have to talk to Emmanuel. Emmanuel usually shoots whether he has a window or not. But LJ is a little more frugal in his approach. But all three of these guys, Milo's had 6 threes the other night, last game. LJ's had many games with 6 threes, and so has Emmanuel. So that's part of our offense is that we've got outstanding offensive rebounders. And normally we don't take an offensive rebound back up. Normally we kick it out, and we call those daggers. So we dagger our offensive rebounds. That gives us another opportunity to make threes.
I mean, it's a good feeling. Just knowing what we've been through this season. We went through some struggles in the beginning, and a lot of people doubted us. But we got back in the gym, watched a lot of film, cracked down on the little things that we had to get better, and we fixed them. And we improved ever since then. And ending up where we are now is great. With the players that we have on this team, it's just we've come a long way, and it's a great feeling.
Milos?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good feeling. This team, it's a brotherhood here. I love lacing up next to E and L every day. So I mean, it's definitely it's big time for sure.
LJ?
I mean, it's special because you're doing it with guys that you love, and it's always good to be on the right side of history. So yeah.
Again, to reiterate, this is a Houston Cougars team that has lost one game since December 1st. One game since December 1st. That's going to be a 4-month stretch, and that one game that they lost came in overtime. Just a phenomenal, amazing stretch this Houston Cougars team has been on this season and going into Saturday.
And Duke's on a winning streak as well. These are two hot teams. And I think it will come down to coaching. Advantage Houston. Period. Advantage Houston. So, giving away any secrets like Fluff wants me to not do. Come down to coaching.
I really don't want you to, Chris.
Advantage Houston. That edge right there. Come down to coaching. Who's gonna win? There we go. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, what you guys? I'm seeing some different comments about the different post matchup. I like the post matchup. I think their big isn't really. He's a good rebounder, but I think it's just the way we play defensively on every possession. We give maximum effort. There ain't no reaching. I'm putting my Fluff said, I'm putting my chin in front of you. You got to move it. We boxing out. We're going to get it. If we can't get it, we're going to go tip it. And so they haven't seen this level of aggression, even level of intensity on a full 40 minutes. They haven't seen it.
So you can tell who we're picking Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And some of y'all, I don't know if you're playing devil's advocate. That's okay to a point. But Dayon said it a few shows ago. Fluff is saying it. I'm saying it. Andy has said it. Duke has to play Houston too. Duke has to worry about Houston. We all know what Cooper Flag is projected to do. That's good. Won't do anything for him on Saturday. Just leaving it at that.
Chris, I'm give this question to you to tackle first. Hold on, let me just put the Pinto Law Firm comment section a banner, plug it there, and this question. But what does this Final Four do for the Big 12, and what do you think the Big 12's perception will be with this year's tournament results?
It's not enough because there are two teams from the SEC in the Final Four. Houston needs to win it to help the perception of the Big 12. But we all know it. We got a shirt that says it. You're selling a shirt. Houston runs the Big 12. So that much we know, and folks in the Big 12 are learning. Now it's up to the rest of the country to catch up. But if Houston beats Duke on Saturday, I think some of the folks are going to realize, wow, maybe we're wrong about Houston. Wow, maybe we're wrong about the Big 12 being, on and on and on. But because the SEC still has two teams in it, and one of them will be in the championship game, the narrative is all SEC and they're the best and this, that, and the other. Houston versus everybody still applies.
What you got, Fluff? What you think?
I mean, I don't disagree with what Chris says, but I mean, for us to have more pressure on us because we have one team and one conference has two teams, and then one conference has one team, meaning the ACC, and we're Big 12. We have one team. I don't think it necessarily means that we're not in good standings. You know what I'm saying? I think that, if one of those teams lose against each other, which has to happen, it's like a little edge maybe to the SEC that, you know what I'm saying, whatever they want to say. But as far as for us, it's nothing but a win for us because we won the, not saying of course, the Big 12 conference affects everything that happens with us, but at the same time, as far as us individually and kind of selfishly is we won the regular season Big 12. We won the conference championship, and now we're in the Final Four, and we beat an SEC team. So you gotta ask yourself, how you put it. You gotta ask yourself how you're gonna gauge it because we beat an SEC team, and also Duke beat an SEC team. So if we beat Duke, where we at? You know what I'm saying? As far as how strong the Big 12 is. You know what I mean? I know I'm still only talking about one team, but I'm just talking about the totality of everything that's been going on from 16 to 8. As far as the Sweet 16 and the Big 8, if we look at it like that, then it gets different. You know what I'm saying? We beat Gonzaga, who's the number one team in their conference. So it's like if we beat Duke, it's close to what you're saying, Chris. If we beat Duke on Saturday, we kind of 1.5 maybe, or half of one, or tied for the best conference in the country. I mean, depending on how you want to look at it. How do you guys look at it? Do you guys feel like who we beat, even though it's not directly the SEC teams every time, that it matters, the road that some teams had to make to get here? Does that matter on how we're viewed as far as our conference?
I'm gonna go a different route with it. But think about the last two champions. When the last time an SEC team won a chip? Big 12, Baylor won it before, and Kansas won it, like the last two Big 12 teams to win it.
So we have UConn, then Baylor, and
before
Kansas.
That, Kansas.
Yep.
It was Kansas before UConn.
Yeah, and so that's two Big 12 schools and the last four chips. And so
no. But the narrative, we're all on the same page. No, but the narrative has changed. The recency bias has changed. The narrative. The SEC, the last 2 years, this year especially, was historic. 14 team made the tournament. So everybody off of this 1 year, not everybody, but a lot of national people believe now the SEC is the best conference in the country. But they have won a chip. Big 12 won 2. The Big East with UConn is 1-2. It's been a minute since the SEC won it all, and it's been a long time since the Big 10 won the championship. But just this year alone, people like the SEC this, the SEC that. That talk is strong. So it would, and some of those folks, they're not going to change when Houston wins it all. They're not going to change. They're just all set on the SEC and fine. Some of those folks might even say, well, Houston had to get help. Who knows whatever the hell they're going to say. All I want to happen is the Houston Cougars to cut down that net. Haters going to hate. We're going to celebrate.
That's right.
You heard Crabtree's comment. Houston's back is heavy carrying the Big 12. This is the first Final Four for the Big 12 in the past 2 years. Joseph, speaking facts, Big 12 is stronger with Houston than the Burnt Orange school in it when it comes to basketball.
They got another school that's supposed to be big time in Texas. Where is that?
No. It's right here.
No. But are they saying it's another school in Texas that's good? Which one is it? Not Baylor. It's kind of close to us. They said that they don't talk about that anymore, do they?
No, a team in Austin. They're going through the motions and stuff. But
I think it's in Austin. I think the team and the school was in Austin. I'm not sure.
But see, that's why I'm really I'd say really, but I'm tough and disappointed that Texas Tech could not or did not close out and win.
That would have been big.
Because that would have been the two Big 12 teams, and that would have kind of squashed this SEC dominant stuff. But they didn't. Florida took advantage of it, and Florida's in the Final Four. But Tech was right there. They just didn't close the deal.
Couldn't finish. Real quickly, as we wrap things up, I want to shout out Al High, I believe that's how you say his name. But
Al High, yes, supporting us again. Thank you, brother.
Congrats to the Cougars. Way to represent the Big 12. Wish Texas Tech was there. This is Houston's title to win. So all full steam ahead to Saturday in San Antonio. Stay with us here at Postgame and Jam on the Houston Roundball Review. We're going to have coverage all week long as Houston obviously comes back home. I'm curious to see at what time they land back.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Houston.
I hadn't seen that yet. Yeah.
But they'll be back. They'll be in the city. I'd imagine they'll probably leave Thursday. They'd probably leave Thursday for San Antonio because obviously they have to be there Friday for all the media stuff, and then Saturday's a game. So both Houston Roundball Review and Postgame and Jam will keep you covered for Houston's Final Four run. That being said, is there any last comments that you guys want to add about this victory from Houston against Tennessee and looking ahead at the Final Four, just overall big time? 7th Final Four appearance for the program in its history. The second this decade, the second obviously the first came in 2021. Just again to reiterate the run that this Houston program is on. Take a moment and acknowledge how special it is because what this Houston program has done over the course of the past 7 years is phenomenal. 6 straight Sweet 16 appearances at minimum, 2 Final Fours in those stretches. Just a phenomenal program, and we're ready for Saturday night against Duke. Chance to get some payback after last season.
34 wins, most for the Coogs under Coach Sampson. 2 more to go.
What's the all-time program record for wins in the season?
It might be 34 because I'm not sure what. I mean, because Postgame and Jam played less games. Mm-hmm. A few, but this might be it. But 2 more to go.
2 more to go, baby.
Not downplaying the accomplishment this team has reached so far, but let's cut those nets.
I'm kind of like Dayon with that, Bob. Like, man, let's finish all the way, man.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and win the 2 more games, man. You know what I mean?
More bulletin board material right here. Duke,
and that
is a favorite.
That's gone under because I think I saw it at one point at 5.5.
Yo, that's disrespectful.
It's going to shrink some more because there are going to be more people putting money on Houston by Saturday.
It's okay.
I believe that.
It's okay. That's disrespectful, but we're gonna make you respect it. We're gonna make you respect us. But we always do. Don't worry about it. We'll see you on Saturday. It's crazy.
Looking forward to the matchup. Number 1 offense versus the number 1 defense. I believe, defense wins. Rebounding will be key. Officiating will be key. I'm looking forward to Emmanuel, LJ, and Milos going off all at the same time in the same game. From 3, hitting 10, 12 threes combined. Let's get it. I'm just looking forward to the matchup.
I just want Sharp to bend his knees and hold his follow through more. That's it. He'll make about 3 or 4 more threes. I'm going to try to get that message to him somehow, some way, for him to please bend his knees and finish the shot. Sometime he's taking his wrist back, and we'll be golden.
That being said, that's going to do it for today's edition of Let's Rage Coogs. And once again, that big thank you to Steve Saxenian for being the primary sponsor of this edition of Let's Rage Coogs. Of course, we also like to say thank you to other sponsors, beginning with BB's, the home of Tex Orland's Cooking. We'll remind you that it is crawfish season and they want you to stop by any one of their Houston area locations for their 5-pound mound. Visit them online at bbstexorleans.com. Of course, we also like to say thank you to Star Pizza. With 3 locations throughout the Houston area, Star Pizza is your go-to stop before or after the game. Check them out online at starpizza.net or on social media at Star Pizza HOU on X and Star Pizza Houston, Texas on Instagram. Big thank you to the Pinto Leon Law Firm, the immigration law experts, for being the sponsor of the comment section today. Contact them at pintoleon.com or at 713-338-2879. Once again, the final score from Lucas Oil Stadium. The Houston Cougars come away with the 69-50 victory over Tennessee to win the Midwest region in the NCAA tournament and clinch a spot in the Final Four, the 7th all-time in program history, the 2nd in the past 5 years, going back to 4 years, I should say, going back to the 2021 season. They will play Duke on Saturday, the 2nd game of the Final Four. The schedule tip approximately around 7:49 Central Time on Saturday. So San Antonio, Alamo Dome, get there, be loud, wear red, and go cheer on your Houston Cougars as they look to get payback on Duke following the history between them last season in the NCAA tournament. Make sure to subscribe to the Potsdam Jamma YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet, and also to the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel, whichever platform you may be listening. Stay with us all week long as we cover Houston in their Final Four run. And that being said, Chris, I'll toss it over to you, sir.
Appreciate it, as always, everyone, for your questions and comments, for watching the show. Spread the word about Let's Rage Coogs. Much love and appreciation to Fluff, Andy, and Dayon for helping me in this show as well. 4 down, 2 to go. Again, looking forward to the matchup this Saturday against Duke. Subscribe to Postgame and Jamma on YouTube. Subscribe to the Houston Roundball Review on YouTube. Buy merch from both of us, Postgame and Jamma and Houston Roundball Review. Both of us have new merch available for purchase. I'm going to do double duty tonight, podcaster-wise. I'm going to do my Rockets postgame show after the Rockets-Suns game. So join me later on the Houston Roundball Review to talk Rockets. And as always, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective.
I just want to say, man, congratulations to the Houston Cougars, our beloved school, our beloved team. Big shouts out to Kelvin Sampson. That man, great coach. I hope we cherish and we respect and appreciate how great he's been to turning our university around or back around to what we once were. Just super excited for our team on Saturday. As much as we want to win a national championship, I think these are moments that we should cherish and understand that a lot of schools will never get these moments, but we really want to capitalize on this opportunity, and I have a great feeling that we will. Shouts to Elm City Elite, got a championship today, went 4-0, big time, getting better, and better every day, just like we do in life. Shouts to the Houston Cougars. Go Cougs.
Hey, I'm excited, man. 2 more to go. We called it, fellas. 2 more to go. We're bringing that chip back to H-Town where it go down. And we're going to hold it down. Don't look down, look around, because them Cougars in town. Can you dig it? Say, can you dig it? Go Cougs, baby.